She crib off the... So I've got my first project on
Now, I work along our regional commissioner, which is still quite good, and he is actually also on the state board.
Remember the religious and I haven't seen you walk like that.
So
Yes, on the wall. It's beautiful. I haven't driven up there since last year.
Yes. Who would have done that?
Hello, Malcolm.
Do you know?
Who? Text away?
No, who would have done the original? Because it's often...
Probably says it.
It's often people involved. If there's somebody who's artistic or likes things, they'll keep their eye on it. But if there's no one involved like that anymore.
Yes, it's a community project.
Yes.
Where are the crabs? They're coming across the road. Didn't you going? I feel asleep.
I think that's a good picture.
No, you should go and look at it. They're fabulous. I did.
Probably were relatives, you know.
The new wall? Middleton Street. The new wall? This is my daughter's. I'd love one. Whipped away from you.
Yeah, that'd be great. Oh, that's nice.
At that day, yes, was the same spawn spectral artist. That was red points, but I had a singer lady. Before we got a vacuum cleaner or anything, seniors used to come and help me. I'd give it the mop and the broom.
How are you, Will?
We don't have a radio in our house because everything's done through the computer and through live streaming.
talk a little bit about each one. We are a community, and what do a community do when they get together? They have a cup of tea, they have a cake, and they have a chat. So let's have a chat. And the first thing I wish to talk about is the fact that we received a state grant. What was it, Win? Busy Hands
Creative workshop.
Creative Workshop. Well, that suited Red Point exactly. So our trustee, past secretary, Win, filled in reams and reams of paper, and we received this wonderful grant, which, if you have a look in the gallery, you'll see that we have rebuilt across the kitchen. We've got it closed in. We have done some building in there on the wall, and we have a fabulous workshop that everyone can go and have a look at. So we spent the money very wisely. We've spent it all. We have the end results, and I'd like to say that at this moment we're declaring our renovations open. So our second little chat is about Port Kembla. What better place to be born in, to grow up in, to live your life in? Port Kembla's it. Port Kembla. So in 2006, I was asked, would I like to do a heritage photographic project on Port Kembla? Actually, I was a bit stunned. I thought, me do a photographic exhibition on Port Kembla, and they're going to pay me to do this. Hey, I can't believe this. Port Kembla. Yes, so the end result, after many months of work, and I did work with Sue hiding over there on this project together, and this is what we came up with, and that's the Port Kembla Heritage Photographic Exhibition Project. That's the exact words. So in here we have a living history of Port Kembla, and they are all silver gelatin prints. Now, anyone in the film business knows that they are archival. They were made from old negatives, little prints that were copied, and the end result was our exhibition. So we are running this exhibition for the full week and on Derby Day. It's always very popular, and I'd like to say that the Port Kembla Photographic Heritage Exhibition is open. So then we come to the absolute highlight for all of our artists who are here at this moment. Not one, not two, but all of them. We had a blank wall out the front. No one knew where we were. Everyone had come in and said, we didn't know you were here. How many times did we hear that? It just went on forever. So our lovely landlord Brian gave us $100 for some paint. We nominated Catherine Orton there to be in charge. So Catherine came up with this fabulous design that we would take the inside to the outside. So it's all her design. Everyone in here, or a member, or visitors, everyone was welcome to come and paint. Now, I'm not considered to be an artist, but I was allowed to go out there and paint little tiny squares. And over the night time, and you can see these little squares. But the whole of the membership was invited to participate. Catherine did a wonderful job. She organised us. She said this could go here, this could go there. We had one little disagreement when I decided that the Port Kembla Primary School emblem should be on the front wall because I was inside, so it should be outside. So it's there. It's there. But Catherine, a wonderful job. You know who all your people were that worked with you. We love it. We think it's just the ants' pants, and people now walk in and say, we know where you are. Yes, so, do you want to say it with me, Catherine? We now declare the front wall open. So, I'd now like to ask our dear friend, I was going to say Saint David because there's some people here that say Saint David, but David Moore is just going to talk a little bit about us wonderful people here at Red Point.
I'm not going to say.
I trust you, David.
No. Look, I should start off by that I would like to acknowledge and pay respect to past and present owners of this land, the people that actually occupied this land before us. Because what I actually want to really talk about is how long Port Kembla actually has been here. And so if we could actually go back 18,000 years, this was very high ground. You've got to remember that the coast was quite a few kilometres out that way. The Ice Age finished and we were left with 5 islands. And Port Kembla was literally on the coast. As that ice melted, we were given a new shoreline. And the escarpment was formed, and that was the way the place was 18,000 years ago. We only go back a short time after that. Then the indigenous people were here probably somewhere about 5,000 years back. They inhabited the area. Captain Cook came up the coast and he mentioned there were 5 islands out there. And he actually noticed there was a point, and it was called Red Point. And I guess this is where my story becomes quite to the point, okay? The Red Point. Now, after that we had Bass and Flinders come down, and they noticed the 5 islands, and they gave them nice appropriate names. Big Island is probably the one we most know and we see most of the time. And it was also called Rabbit Island, or Perkins Island. Now, the Perkins actually lived there, and they, from about 1840 to about 1874, they survived there, and after that, their cattle started to die, and the rabbits took over, and they actually left the place in quite a mess. So we must respect them, because at that stage they didn't realise what they were doing. But some interesting facts about Big Island. You realise that it is nowhere big as it used to be even 200 years ago. The amount of erosion that's taken place there has been quite phenomenal, mainly because of overgrazing and the rabbits. The other thing is something terrible happened in the early 1900s. They realised that on the outer side of it, there was a massive seashells on the bottom. And so they started to mine them. And they actually mined the whole edge of the island. And that was for calcium carbonate. So, now you're going to say, well, what are you going to get back to Red Point? Well, Red Point was a playground. And in Aboriginal legend, right, I'm going to check my names here because I haven't told this story for a long, long time. But it's actually a cub story. It's a cub story that we use on the south coast. And we all know about the west wind, don't we? Port Kembla hates when the west wind comes in. Because it's an angry wind, it's a wind that doesn't bring any good. Woola, woola, woo. And that was the west wind. Now the west wind had 6 daughters. And I'll tell you their names. There was Mimosa, Wilga, Lily Pilly, Wattle, Clematis, and Gira. Now doesn't that name sound familiar? Gira. Maybe Mount Gira? Okay. Now, they were all down at Red Point playing and having a good time. Now I've got to tell you something about these girls. They really didn't always behave themselves. Okay? I believe our Red Point artists do behave themselves. They write on the walls sometimes too, and paint on walls. But you did have permission to do that, so it was okay. Yes. So back to my story about Red Point. They were playing down there. And they were being very, very naughty. And oola, oola, woo, the the West Wind was very cross at their behaviour and called them to it and said, "Daughters, what have you been up to?" And they laughed at him and said, "They've all been having fun." And what did it matter? They were having fun. And he said, "But you're not acting as my daughters should." Except Gira. Gira said, "I'm sorry, Dad." The others didn't. And the West Wind was so cranky, he picked them up and threw them off the coast. And they're our 5 islands. Now, the one daughter that was the good daughter, he said, "I'm going to make you a prominent part of the Illawarra Range." And over there, that's where we have Mount Hero. So this is the story. My story points out that those ladies were at Red Point. They were having a great time, and it was a cranky old dad that went cook on them. And he probably had no right to, but we all know how the West Wind treats Wollongong and Port Kembla. It's the one that blows up all the dust. It's the one that makes Wollongong good. So at this point, I would like to congratulate the Red Point ladies. And every time they look out at the 5 islands, they can sort of think that yeah, they weren't wicked. They were girls that actually had something that they wanted to do. They had a mind of their own, and they did it. And I congratulate them on that. I congratulate you on the 3 fantastic things that have actually happened here today in the openings. The photographic display in there is just blew my mind. I look at some of the photos and I'm glad I'm not back at those times. I think we have come a long way, but they certainly are memorable. The wall at the front is fantastic, and I throw one more challenge to you. You've done so much. I've got a granddaughter that lives in Port Kembla, and she goes to Woonona for art classes. So
That's sad.
that's sad, isn't it? So what we need, is more art classes for the littlies, and let's get them into the spirit of what art's all about, enjoying themselves,
Having fun.
and having fun.
Yes.
So there's my challenge to you. And I think, if somebody has the opportunity to say a few words, they should have the opportunity to throw a challenge out there. And I thank you for inviting me along. And as Chairman of South Coast Scouting, I found it a privilege and an honour to be here. I sort of also, I guess, represent a little bit the Chamber of Commerce.
They would insist that we
Yes, definitely.
I'm not doubting that, but seeing these uniforms, I sort of nobody's going to take a person in a scout uniform seriously. If you like, I could actually take I've got the wrong woggle on, but if I had the right woggle, I could show you how to light a fire. So, thank you, Dulcie.
And thank you, David.
Congratulations.
Thank you, St. David. I have to say this. The Billy Cart Derby is on next Saturday. The Chamber of Commerce are very, very anxious to get more volunteers. If you would like to help out with the Billy Cart Derby, there's David.
No.
Please do so. There's Jan sitting there trying to hide.
Jan's got a pen and paper ready.
Yeah, so please, if you can help out, please do. Thank you everyone for being here. Thank you, David. Thank you, our renter crowd. To all of our functions. We couldn't do this without you. And thank you, everyone. I'm sure the teapot's still full. Yes. I can see lots of cake still. Let's finish them off.
Last year
It was like
Yeah, it's big money. It
as well, and her sister was a white girl. That's right, not with that young relatives like they're all. That's right.
To help wash up. I got like my whole number was actually from kids and big friend coming 5 hours.
So, well, these buildings look fantastic with the bushes on it. That's
A couple away.
your town full of dog. I'll take it. That was a town full of
Yeah, it's some of the port ones. Wait till you see the little fella in front of the fire truck. That's about 10 overnight. So,
Fisherman's Beach. Which one's that?
that's why we got the crowd gathered round. Yeah. As soon as we saw it, we went, that's Dulcie the mechanic.
There's Dulcie in the shower canister.
Don't give away all the secrets. They don't know.
We are.